Good morning. I'm Roger. I'm back here. I bought a tool I never thought I actually would. It's a Sawzall. To me, it seems like something I would use remodeling and tearing things out. But I have a project in my garden where I'm removing a tree stump, and I need something that I can get down in the dirt underneath the stump and sever those roots. So I went for a more powerful version. So, as you know, I always buy a Ryobi because I don't want to buy 16 different styles of batteries. So I've got Ryobi. This is an 18 volt. This is their heavy duty model, has an 1.5-inch throw on it. Cuts twice as fast as their last model. I actually watched a YouTube, wish I could remember the guy's name, and it showed the comparison between the previous model and this one when cutting through, just using a 10-pound weight to provide the down pressure, and it did cut much faster than their previous model. So speaking of models, this is a PBLR S02B. This is the tool only. It was $119 at Home Depot today. Comes with one wood cutting blade. So let's tear it apart and see what it does. It says up to 470 cuts per charge. I'm sure that depends upon what you're cutting. Twice as fast as the old model. It is brushless, 18 volt. These boxes really are sealed well. Or perhaps I'm just getting old. Wow, that actually feels really cool. It just hangs, you hold on to it very well. This is rubberized here, so it grips real nice. So the head tilts so you can follow contours. If you want to change your blade, it does require two hands. So you have to pull this lever over. I'm going to do it like this. Ow, that blade's sharp. So see the little lever here? Boom, boom, boom. I got it with my finger. It's spring loaded to shut. You pull it open, insert the blade into the, well, I'm going to show you that. The little slot there. Boom, boom. And it's in. And go down and grab one of my handy dandy batteries. So what's in this? Oh, two screws. Okay, I do remember seeing this somewhere. It's got a rafter hanger. I would have to look it up and see where it attaches. Oh, right here. You can't see that, but two screws on the side, bracket attaches, then you can hang it over a rafter or a 2x6 joist. But I probably won't be using it that way. Lock, unlock button. And I was mentioning it has an 1.5-inch throw. So I know we can't see that, but okay. Anything else? I think it's pretty cut and dried. Let's make sure this particular battery has a good charge on it. Yep, 3. We're gonna wander out to the garden where I have that stump I'm removing, and see if we can't try it out on that root. There's one large root that's gonna be a problem. So we'll be right back. All right, so this guy has been giving me a real problem. Done a couple different approaches with an axe, obviously. Boom, 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 boom. Over here, down here, another one there. And what I'm seeing is for certain, I've got this little guy back here. So let's see what this does. Okay, cut that way. Let's try cutting from this angle. Well, that went all the way through. Must be something in here, but that was simple. I struggled and struggled. I even tried using a chainsaw, but that's really hard on a chainsaw. Okay, we'll get back to that later. What I would say is that worked very, very well. I think it's a good purchase. I don't know how often I'll use it. But for those hard to reach places, especially where, I can get this dirty and all I do is replace the blade, or, dull it in the ground, and all I do is replace the blade, compared to a $35 chainsaw blade, and maybe even the chainsaw bar. So much better idea. All right, so in summary, that Sawzall was $119. There was a $79 Sawzall, also by Ryobi, used the same battery. I chose to go with the heavier, more expensive Sawzall, thinking the root would be a big chore. Not sure that the little one wouldn't have done fine with it, but this Sawzall is a lot more powerful. Longer stroke means faster cutting. The motor's more powerful, so you're not going to lug down as much with it as you would have with the smaller model. So consider what you're doing with your Sawzall before you make your purchase. I hope that helps. It's a new experience for me, but hope that helps. And stay tuned. Next time I get some fun little toy, I'll be right back.